Asasikhathi namuhle temidlalo na Este Coach kuye Este Coach podcast show njengoba sathi sitemidlalo ehlala tinyenti icicithisakana namuhla ke sebesibuka ukuthi kuhamba kanjani kuto temidlalo siqale khona la ekhaya bekhona ke imidlalo ye M108 sibonile ke isizini esibiya kuyo eliqembu on the Paris lemlando ukuthi basaselenzephe emahlandla lamane kanti ke wanyalo kuyathembisa ukuthi bangahle baphinze bathole record leKaizer Chiefs wanyalo ngelamba embili ngokuwina indzabe ye M108 invathi bayithathe emahlandla elang 15 kanti azange baqale kahle invathi banaba 3 years bangekho khona ekwe-M108 bese baphuma nje kube ngibo futhi iqembu leKaizer Chiefs engathanga igoli ngwathi nje onke amaqembu lebeka khona onke ashayile amagoli Kaizer Chiefs ekhishe ngeligoli ecanzeni ngwathi nje captain wabo ahluleke nje ku-anticipate kusile goli noma le bhola angeke iye ngale becabanga ukuthi kuba i-cross bashaya kune post la ngavamanga ke ukuthi nozitha ngaconsider khona especially goalkeeper obviously akaliber kepha ke sabona ukuthi emaqembu lamanye asangenile bese yendiwa futhi i-draw kuye ama-semifinals sikhumbuze ama-semifinals ahlukile ke MTA nekafanana namanye imanzebe kune first leg and second leg sabona ke iqembu le-Sundowns umdlalo wokuqala bathe bebasekhaya lapha nje ePitori umdlalo wesibili bathe besebavakasha bodlala iqembu lebafana besithende kazi ke nesekukhulu imidlalo wabo uqala bathe bebasekhaya against iqembu on the Paris imlendo wesibili ebesibaya lapha nje eAmstel Arena lapha nje enkundleni on the Paris kanti ke sabona nesefasteleni singasana abadlali baqhubeke njalo amaqembu amaningi ngeshayelo ya ekayena ngalapho futhi basenga abadlali iqembu leArsenal ke wanyalo lekhombisa ukuthi bafuna ukudefenda ileague yabo emva basanemidlalo lapha futhi abenkapteni weqembu leNewcastle simbonile ke eBrazil aluza lapha nje ipenalty emva bakhishwa iqembu lesibe lapha nje laseNorway Bruno Guimaraes nomunye ke uqinisa sisu kwene competition eqenjini lapha nje leArsenal kazi nakhona lekhaya sibonile namaqembu lamanyenti Stellenbosch emva sebelahlelela ngale hliphiri sabona emceceshi lapha nje uphinze eCavenhunt walanza emidlalo washaya amagoli lapha nje Premier League Krob lapha ukuthi atoba umgadli lesizini etako sabona ke ukuthi amaqembu endanjani kanti futhi sibonile ukuthi Foundation Championship iqembu laMpumalanga Crystals emva spende kahle la season basele kancane bangena ema playoff kuyo iBetway Premiership kuye PSL sibone babene run lenhle lapha nje kuye Nedbank Cup bakhipha futhi ne on the Paris kanti ke bese banjisha igama lapha nje ngoba neligama lelisha lapha nje sebesibuka ke nabo ukuthi nje khamba njani sibesibalanza nje maduzane kepha nje sesekuyi Msipe Foundation Championship iqembu lapha nje enkomazi iNas the Beast bathi eluma inyosi baqale kahle isizini esibiya kuyo ngo 2025 2026 ngaphansi kwa former player lapha esiswini uyadlala lapha nje eqenjini Kaizer Chiefs Humphrey Mlwane emva kokuthi nje abathathe ababeke lapha nje evene sembiza zangikwamba kahle ke ubese nje bese wadedelwa esabona kuba nabo navelile baba amakhokhichis lapha nje eqenjini nakhona lapho waphinze futhi mayitophela isizini kwalenza lapha nje Joel Masutha ukuthi atothatha iqembu alende ukuthi li-survive i-relegation liseleke iqembu the Bees bakhona futhi le season le ku-2025 ku-2026 2027 babonile ke kancane badlala lapha nje kuyo i-Premier Cup lapha kanye eMazansi Stadium emva kokuthi nje sibabone badlala neqembu lapha nje eleKruger United noma badlala neqembu leTS Galaxy badliwa lapha nje ngemagoli lamabili kanze inhlanhla leyo ke sijabulile namuhla tidlinto ezikusakade usinaye coach Duncan Lechesa simbonile ke coach amaqembu lamanyenti ku-PSL kuyo NFD sikasembona futhi adlala ku-Ajax Amsterdam udlalile futhi naku-Free Stars beka midfielder come striker washayile nje amagoli sibesikhulumana naye nebalandzeli abanyengi belicembu the Bees bafisa kwathi ukuthi ubaphaseleni kanze futhi balandzeli abanyengi belibhola nyawo nje babathi usukhona ngala oba assista lapha nje eNkoveni sebesikhuluma naye ke esibuka ukuthi uchamuka kuphi ungubani yini ma plans la nawo le season le kanze kuphi lokumende ukuthi akhethe ukuthi adela Mpumalanga eqenjini le the Bees nje basibona nanyalo baqalile ima pre-season coach angisesesikhathi ukubikelele ngamukele kutemidlalo ku Este Coach podcast show angibonge lithuba ukuthi namuhla sicelile ube nasi namuhla e-studio.
No, thanks very much and to the viewers and to all the members of the podcast I thank you very much to bring me into this show.
Coach, also we saw you in the pre-season the first time we saw the team it was much change to the team that we saw last season. Both of you players, your experience so far after playing your first game, pre-season game in the against, if I remember, TS Galaxy in the Premier Cup.
Yeah, it was a game of preparation. You know, we just started after we had only 2 weeks to prepare the team, and then we played that tournament. So it was a preparatory stage of the team, and then so that we can see the players that we brought, they can fit to our style of play and they can help the team to achieve what they want to achieve this season.
And then, coach, also we saw it last season, Kruger United being promoted to the Betway Premiership, and also we saw Stars did well in the Mississippi Foundation Championship. Unfortunately, they didn't go to the playoff, and also the Bees eventually survived. Tell us more about yourself, because people know you in previous teams. What attracted you to come to Mpumalanga to the Bees?
Look, firstly, I want to thank the board of the Bees. It was not an easy journey. After you at the team where it was relegated and you just got a call, it was a special moment for me to say, which means I've got something and I can help the team to achieve. So for them to give me a call, it was a special moment for me, and I didn't hesitate even to come. It was just a call to say, can you come? We trust you, and thanks very much again once more to give me the opportunity to lead this project.
People who don't know you much, especially in Mpumalanga, they want to know you. That's why today we have you up close and personal. Who is Duncan Lechesa?
Duncan Lechesa is the second born from the family, originally from Bloemfontein, but I'm staying in Joburg. I've got a family there, my wife, my kids. I've been staying in Joburg for the last 25 years in Joburg, so in Roodepoort. So that's where I grew up in Bloemfontein, and then I started my career in Bloemfontein Tigers. From Tigers, I went to Free State Stars. Free State Stars, I went to Ajax. Ajax, I went to Black Leopards. Black Leopards, I went back to Free State Stars. And then that's where I retired and started my coaching career at Free State Stars in 2010, when I started to coach Carrera Kicks. Till today, I'm still in that coaching department.
Yeah, we saw you coaching many teams. It means you have a passionate. What attracted you to immediately after you retired, and then you say, let me go to coaching, because most of the players, some of them are no longer in football, but you are still involved?
Look, it's not an easy way to do or to switch. It comes all along when you're still playing. The way to lead you to say whether I'll be a good leader or what. So from my playing days, I've been a leader. All the teams that I've played, I've been a captain. So it was an easy task for me to just switch from playing to coaching. So, and again, it needs a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. So who I am, I'm one person that the only thing that I need to do is to hard work, is to do well in terms of that, because without hard work, you'll never achieve anything. So it was not an easy task, but I managed, from playing to a coaching career.
Yeah, Coach, thank you so much to choose Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun. I think the team that you choose, it got a good chance to do well this season. Especially, we saw Kruger United only one season, the second season, and then they are now playing the Betway Premiership. So far, what can you say about the teams of Mpumalanga, like Kruger Stars and also Kruger United and now the Bees? What can you say about those teams?
Well, we cannot compare ourselves with Kruger. They have got their own plans, and as the Bees, we got their own plans, and I think it worked for them. So even us, if we can plan very well, we'll achieve that. They've done well, and congratulations to them. And I think we need more teams in Mpumalanga. It's not my first time coming here. I even coached Sivutsa at some point. So, and the only mandate, in our league is promotion, nothing else. So to come here, I'm just here for that. Second best, yes, you'll have a second chance to go to the playoffs. But the most important thing, all the 15 teams that start the league next weekend, their mandate is to win the promotion automatic. So same with us, and I think so far we're prepared well. As much as Nonabi is, especially the first game. You know, when you play the first game, you don't know the opponents, you don't know each other. So the first one's gonna be tricky, but the second one, the third one, we'll see the best of the beast.
The Peace coach last season, they didn't challenge the league, but they also play with because some of the great players, Sicelo Masilela, Badela, Kaba now is training somewhere. There are lots of players who left the Peace. It means it was a good team, but unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to play in the playoff or go to the next level to be promoted to a Petro Premiership. Tell us so far about the team, about the players that we have now after you lose such players that have just mentioned, especially who are now playing the Petro Premiership.
For me, I'll say they've done well. You know, coming from playoffs, win the promotion, and automatic, you just kick off the league. You know, the first thing is to consolidate that status. So I think they've done well to keep the status, and not putting themselves under pressure to win the league automatically in the first. You know, we've seen teams coming up and going down. So I think they've done well to keep the status. Now the second season, they can plan properly, or already have planned properly to say, okay, what do you want this season? And with all those players, Postgirl who left the team, I think we got a good replacement for them, and I think we'll equally compete. Yes, they've done well for the team, so even the players that will come, they have to take over from where they've left.
So far, the teams the players that you have now, coach, do you see the team capable of going straight to Petro Premiership?
No chance about that. Like I said, all the 15 teams, including us, the 16 teams, the mandate is one. So it doesn't mean it's the first game or second one. Even the one that we play, they've got the same sentiment or the same plan. So we're capable of doing that, and we'll push ourselves to do that, to win the promotion automatic.
And also, coach, we saw many teams unveil their new players for the season. It means all the teams, like you've just said, they have a great squad. What does it take now to be the best, to outplay the best of the 15 teams that we have for the season? Especially some of them, they have boosted their squad.
Well, the best football that you can play, it's results. You know, if you can understand the results first, then you will understand the better part of this. I've done it before, I've done it twice, so I understand the in and out. So what we need to do, it's all about results. Let's get results first before we can do anything else. If we get results and all the supporters, the board, you know, everyone will be happy and will push us to the limit. But if you don't get results, it becomes difficult again, and you cannot now mix the results and the good football and what. So firstly, it's all about the results, and this league is all about results, nothing else. You know, it doesn't help, you know, playing well and then end of the day you're position 4, which means the whole 10 months you have done 4 goals. Mm-hmm. So we have to go out and get results and grind results. If you have to grind results, you have to do that.
Also, coach, we have a great player, experienced player in the captain, Innocent Tim Kabela. What can you say about him, especially now we are working close with him? He's one of the best players. He played in the best teams in the Petro Premiership before, Kaizer Chiefs, Passport, Platinum Stars. Now he's our captain.
No, we are lucky to have him. You know, he's guiding play as well, and with Mabena alongside of him. So I think the two are playing a big role in the team in terms of the youngsters, in how to manage them, and they're going to play a bigger role with and without. You know, whether we're playing or don't play, but they'll play a bigger role in terms of guiding these boys because they've played in the highest level, both of them. So we're happy to have them. And I think they'll help us a lot in terms of that.
Coach, another worry last season, especially the team originally is based in Komas, but because of the FIFA or PSL standard, they are not hosting their home games at home, so they have to travel far to Amazon Stadium. So what can you say about that, especially if the team is playing at home? Maybe it will have a full packed stadium, but now they have to travel to play in Amazon Stadium again this season.
Well, it's beyond our control with the rules of PSL, and it was going to be nice if we play home. The support, and not every week and week out our supporters need to travel almost 2 hours to come and watch. So, but I think we are working hard with management to fix the stadium. So maybe next year we will be back at home. Sometimes it's not easy to place like even if you play home, we are playing away. But you can see even in PSL, most of the teams are doing that because of the facility. That's why we are lacking South Africa facility. But let us not make excuse in terms of that.
Yeah.
We have to do well with those obstacles and the challenges. We need to do well. It's like when you move from here to play away. It's the same thing. To go and play away, you need results. So we're still home. It's not like we are playing in the next province in Gauteng. We're still within our province, which is in Mpumalanga.
Yeah, coach, it means you have faith in the team. And also recently, we saw Kruger United were also facing that challenge. They're original from Bush, but they also traveled. But during the season, there was no supporters until the last 5 games where they now challenging the league. So what's your message to the supporters, especially they are hungry to see the team's success after we saw what Kruger did last season? Your message, what you promise the supporters of the Bees?
There's nothing to promise the supporters, like I've just said. You saw even yesterday, Kaizer Chiefs supporters were not. It's all about results. It's all about results. So if you get results, the supporters will come and support you. So if you don't get, obviously they won't come and they won't be happy. So from point of departure, it's about results. The supporters will come and support us. So there's nothing to promise them. Only thing is to get results, and they'll come to the stadium and fill the stadium.
Recently, coach, we see that the standard in SA football is growing, especially APC Municipal League players are now got a chance to the players to go straight to PSL, like we saw Little Bridges and Pezul. They are players from APC, they are now playing in PSL. Golden Arrows, and some of the players are playing in Polokwane City. It means now any player who perform well, it doesn't matter which team plays, but as long he perform well for the team and also for himself. What can you say about the standard of football, especially now? Any player everywhere, even Tiscalaks recently are taking players from Isai Academy here. It means the standard of football in South Africa is growing. What can you say about the standard of football, the opportunities that we have now compared to before, where players, they must go to Gauteng for green pastures, but now everywhere, even in the DAS, players have a chance to go to play in the Betway Premiership or the highest level?
I think credit must go to the coaches, in the ABC, the Disc Challenge. They're doing a great job in terms of making these boys to be ready when they get to championship and the Betway. That's why they're not struggling. So I think they're doing a great job now in terms of getting them ready so that we mustn't struggle. So that's why you can see any player from KZN can go and play in Polokwane, from Bloemfontein can come and play in Mpumalanga. So I think they've done well, and let's keep it up. And where credit is due, let's give it the credit where it belongs to. I think they've done well so far.
Also, coach, we see some of the coaches recently they are upping their game in terms of going far with their coaching pages, because now we never know. Maybe tomorrow we might be appointed to coach in the CAF. Maybe the team must go to play in the CAF Champions League or Confed Cup. So, how far is your coaching pages? Which coaching pages do you have?
I've got the second highest. I've got the A license. I still have to do. I've got B, I've got A, so which means I need to do the last one that Pete has done with Steve, so that. But with A lessons, you can sit on the bench, and as a coach, you need to learn. Learning is every day. You don't have to wait for that course to come. You need to learn every day. But with me, I'm well equipped so far. I don't have a problem if tomorrow we go and play in CAF, I'll be able to sit on the bench with the A lessons that are.
Going to the season, coach, we see Captain City last season. They did well. They managed to play in the playoffs. Unfortunately, they lost to Milford, but recently is the one of the best team who've signed best players this season, and you coach high quality players. It means they are ready to challenge this season. And also there's a new team, Hope FC. They've got lots of players who are playing in the Petro Premiership before. What can you say about these two teams? Both of them are from Cape Town.
Well, I'll talk about Cape Town City. Not much from Hope. I only saw them playing in playoffs. Now with Cape Town City, I think it's a learning curve, even from us. The good start in this league is very important. So they never start well. The first 5-6 games they didn't start well, and they pick up late, and it was late for them. Now they could have won that league, straight away. But it says even us, if you start well, you'll be able to compete well. The sooner the better. Don't wait for second round, because second round it won't have time. So with Hope, yes, they've got experienced players, a lot of them. So I won't say much, but it's not really easy for them, because those players, they need to prove themselves. At least Mukabela has proved himself, Mabena has proved himself. He has played now in this league, so they have to come and play in that league.
And also, coach, during the season, we saw Stars the season. They did well in the Nedbank Cup. Along the way, they also beat Orlando Pirates away at Upsell Arena Stadium. But unfortunately, because of the run, they didn't manage to balance the challenge to go to the playoff or stay to PSL. Also, this season, the Bees is going to play in the league and also the Nedbank. What's your goal? Especially we saw previous teams like Dondol, also Milford, they did well previously in the Nedbank Cup, but unfortunately the concentration to play in the Nedbank Cup caused them to go straight to the playoff or straight to PSL in the league. So what's your balance? What's your take in that, especially now you're going to play in the league and also participate in the Nedbank this season?
It's all about the planning and what the team wants. And as a coach, what you want. And like I just said, later when the league progress, you check the balance now. Which one is very important now between the league and the Nedbank. If the answer says it's a Nedbank, which means you'll push for Nedbank. But if the answer it says it's the league, which means you'll push for the league. And that's the most important one compared to Nedbank. The last time the team that did it was TS Galaxy,
2019.
2019. It's not easy now again to come and play into the final again. So that distraction is very important. You need to know when to balance and check the balance of your team to say where I am now. I'm in a position to compete, or I'm in a position to say, hey, I might go to the playoffs. As much as Nedbank, it gives the team the mileage and everything and the players. But you need to check again to say at that particular time, which one is the right time for the team.
In terms of depth, coach, your players that you have now, do you have enough quality depth to participate in both the league and also the Nedbank during the season, especially also along the way there are injuries and suspension? So do you have enough quality for players to compete in each positions?
I don't want to use quality. I would say we have enough hard-working players.
Yeah.
We've got hard-working players. The 30 players that we're having, If I take one will perform the same way. So the quality won't be the same of Mabena and other player, but the hard working, because we are training one team, which is the beast. So whatever we are doing one thing. So we've got people that, whether there's injury or the suspension, if we bring somebody, he'll do the same job.
Do you believe, coach, in attacking football or in balancing football, especially nowadays? We saw teams playing catch up, like parking the bans and also waiting for you to make a mistake and counter. So what's your philosophy? What's your approach going into the season?
Like I said earlier on, this league is all about results. Now, the first thing when you play in this league, you need to score first.
Yeah.
Each and every team, after scoring now, is very difficult to equalize, And not only us, or not only each and every team. Now the mentality, you can see, you don't get the 4-3, the 5-3 in this league. It's 2-1, it's 3-1, It's rare you can get a team scored 3-4 goals. It's 2-1, 1-0, because the defensive structure is very good. But with our philosophy is to get winning mentality. How, it doesn't matter. As long as we get those results, we get those goals, and then we try to keep the clean sheet. That's how. So which means we try to balance the attack and defense. So we cannot every time now to say, let's attack and then we open at the back. Yeah, like you say, we just said in this league, a lot of goals are scored from crosses, corner kicks, the low block counter attack. So we need to adjust to all those things when they come now during the game. So, but the most important thing, don't allow team to score first. And if you don't concede, you won't lose the game.
And also, coach, you said the ethical team of yours is also a good balance of experience and youth, especially Velile. We know him here in Mpumalanga, and also he played in PSL. And then you have Gavin. What can you say about your technical team that you have this season?
Well, you have to have a balanced one, because the experience and youth, with Velile at least, the surroundings, he knows players better than us. In terms of that, the language barrier, sometimes it helps, in terms of the understanding of what he wants. So it's easy to relay the message to him and give across to the players. With Sundra, yes, very experienced. I work with him from my room. I've been working to understand my philosophy. So we know each other very well, and I think we'll perform to our best of our ability.
And also, coach, your goalkeeping department, we also saw Ludik. He did well in previous teams and also in Kruger and also in the Beast, but recently hung up his boots. What can you say about him and also your depth for the goalkeepers? Because that department is also crucial going into the season, to have a balanced goalkeeper, even the reserve keeper, especially when there are injuries or red cards.
No, in terms of the goalkeeping, we've reinforced. Even the goalkeeper coach have reinforced again. So I think with the keepers, we've got a good balance. We've got 2 experienced players in that department, and one young star that who wants to develop, to say we've got our own as the base, the goalkeeper. So in that department, I think we're okay.
Going to the PSL, we see already some of the teams are introducing new players, some of them are signing new players. What's your impression so far about the level of the teams in the PSL, the way they are buying players? Some of them, they are believing in the youth, some of them, they are believing in the experience, especially Gavin Hunt recently signing Krobler. What can you say about the level of the teams, the way they are signing the players before the season?
Well, from our side, and credit must go to the coaches again and the board, the management. Now, if a team from PSL come and knock in your team, which means, the eye of our players are very good. The scouting department have done very, very good job in terms of that. If you've got about 3-4 players now, they're in PSL now, it says well done to the management or whoever brought those players. And we must understand to let those players, it's not about being greedy or what. Remember, it's business wise again, because in our league it's not easy. We're not in Betway where we get 2.5 or 3 million a month.
Yeah.
So now with that money needs to circulate and make sure that we run the team properly, when we sell players. So at least each and every season, even if you can sell 1 or 2 players, like you just said, it's easy nowadays to get players from ABC and what. Coming to Kevin, he knows Bradley, he has worked with him,
Yeah.
and he's a goal scorer, and he's a type of player that he knows, if I play this way, I'll get results. So, and buying players, Sundowns, Pirates, those are the teams that they've got money to buy, So others they don't have, so they need to rely to developments like Galaxy, Siwelele, Marumo, all other teams.
What can you say about Crystals? They did well previously. We know them as Crystals. Recently, they changed the name. What can you say about the change of the name for the team? Especially, it was familiar with the fans, but now they've changed to Native FC.
Well, I don't know the reason why they've changed, but it's the same team. And when you look at them now, I think they have got more expensive, more experience now. When I look at them this season, they've got a lot of experienced players. I think they want to challenge the league. So they've been here for 4 seasons now, and they've been knocking. So I think now they're the ones to go all the way. So it's a team that they understand. It's a team that always, they're in a bracket of playoffs and winning the championship. So it's one team that we need to look, even our bracket, to say, hey, don't forget the cast record relative. It's one team that they'll compete.
And also, coach, as a coach yourself, the level of coaches in South Africa, they're now going everywhere to coach everywhere. Like we saw Steve Barker, Pizzo, Rulan, Farouk Levis recently. Mangabamnet is also the new coach to coach abroad in Africa. What can you say about the coaches going everywhere, not limiting themselves in South Africa, but they're now coaching everywhere?
That's good. It's good for us as a country. They're giving us the opportunity, and the ability to say we can do it. And like I just say, you cannot coach without badges.
Yeah.
School is very important. As much as you want to be a coach, but you must equip yourself so that you can coach in Tanzania. So I think they've done well, and they open doors for us. And the more they go, the more chances of young coaches now coming in, in terms of taking over from them, Mumango, Steve Barker, because they've been around. So it's good for the country, and it's good for us, coaches that have been here. We wants to do well outside and inside the country.
And also, coach, in the Bafana Bafana setup, for the first time in our history, we qualified to the last 32. Unfortunately, we didn't go far, but Hugo Bruce, he made sure that South Africa is back in the limelight in terms of performance. Recently, it departed. Now, Piso Msimane is back to the national team. What can you say about Piso being back to the national team as the national team coach?
Well, I think it tells you, patience is the key in this game. Let's hope the 5 years that they gave Bruce, the patience that they gave Bruce, and the support that they gave Bruce, they give Piso. Musima need to do well, because if there's no patience in terms of that, we weren't going to go anywhere. So with the patience, when he started Bruce, it didn't start well. There was a fight, but later the results came on. So I think the patience is very key, and Peter is very experienced. He has been there. He's been the coach of national team. He's been assistant. He's coached abroad, so he knows the story. So I think he's a good candidate. And again, I think it was high time now to get our local, to understand the culture and what type of game he wants to play. So I think where Bruce has left. Pito must take over.
Coach, we thank you so much for your time. The league is starting soon. We hope that your team do well, especially after you saw what Kruger United did, the same vein that you are hosting. Coach, good luck for the upcoming games for the start of the season. Your message to the supporters before I let you go.
No, thanks very much, man, and thanks to host me. To the supporters, I think they must just come and support us with numbers, especially when we play home in Kanyamazan. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best in terms of getting results. Like I just said, the first game is going to be difficult, but from the second game going forward, we'll get it right. So from our supporters, be patient with us and with our boys. Let's cheer them when we get to the stadium there. But I think we're going to do well.
Coach, thank you so much. Yeah, ngiyeke coach besinaye namuhla licembu le beast silenzela lukhulu kubo, especially season yabo yesibili sibafundzile lukuthide nje basibonile la season bokuyisizini yabo kuqala. Asithembeke kusithomba kahle kakhulu. Sibongela coach kusemhlaba khona. As the coach kuye podcast show sisase nje sibekela namuhla. Uyasembeke kusithomba kahle. Eqala maduzane iMusipe Foundation Championship senzeke licembu le beast lenda kahle kakhulu. Safisa kulibona nalo nje likhuphuka. Silibona Premiership. As the coach as the coach podcast show sisase sibekela.